felt it, but all along, not a clue what love was, till you held me like you do, and only then I knew, 'cause I feel the magic whenever you're near, 'cause when you touch me, suddenly earth disappears. When you look at me, all the signs become clear. Oh, I see the sun, the moon, all the stars, constellations appear. But I never knew. I never read the story, all its glory. Now I can belong, 'cause you hold me like you do. All the lines in the books come true. Oh, I feel the magic whenever you're near, 'cause when you touch me, suddenly earth disappears.
Happy Sunday to you all. My name is 12 Gauge, and this is 12 Gauge Investigative. You know, I haven't done this in a while. I used to do this every Sunday, and I call it Serenity Sunday. And this is my channel, 12 Gauge Investigative. You know, if you've been following my channel for a while, you understand that there's a lot of different variations of content that I do. It's not just true crime. I try to elevate people's moods. I try to help them when they're not feeling at their best. I do understand that many times people do need that helping hand, that you can do it, that good morning, everybody can be successful. Is that something that is a pipe dream? I don't believe so. You know, I believe that if more people invested in their mental health on a daily basis, that things could honestly change within themselves. I'm going to start off with this video, and I'm going to discuss it like I always do during the video. I'm happy that you guys are here. If you enjoy the content or you just enjoy the channel, please hit a like. And if this is your first time here, please subscribe. Well, here we go. Some food for thought to live by.
Imagine being able to stay calm and collected in the middle of a traffic jam, or facing a difficult conversation with your boss, or even dealing with a personal crisis. This is the power of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has helped people for centuries to live happier and more fulfilling lives. Stoicism teaches us that the only thing we can truly control is our own thoughts and actions. Everything else, from the weather to the economy to the behavior of others, is outside of our control. By accepting this reality, we can free ourselves from the anxiety and frustration that comes from trying to control things that are outside of our reach. Stoicism also teaches us to focus on what we can control, which is our own character and our actions. By striving,
You know, right off the bat, this is saying so much, because many times we believe that if something changes, then our ability to focus in that situation will change. But that's not necessarily true. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way. We have control over our thoughts, we have control over our emotions. And if we get to that point of understanding, then we truly can see that life really doesn't have to be as strifeful as we make it to be.
To live a virtuous life, we can create a sense of inner peace and contentment that is not dependent on external circumstances. In this video, we'll explore 10 profound lessons from Stoicism that can help you achieve inner peace and mastery over your emotions. Join us on this journey of self-discovery as we explore the ancient wisdom of Stoicism and learn how to apply it to our modern lives. Lesson number 1. Embrace what you can control. Epictetus, the Stoic sage, offers us a fundamental lesson that serves as the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy: the dichotomy of control. At the heart of this teaching is the recognition that our lives are subject to a fundamental division between elements we can control and those beyond our influence. This concept...
Well, I'm going to ask you very quickly before I continue on, what are some of the things that you can honestly control? If you're in the chat this morning, please put one thing that you can honestly control, something that is not beyond your control, something that doesn't require something else in order to happen. What are some things that you can honestly control in your life? Because until you have that understanding, you're still going to not understand what the concept is, because things that you can control are very limited. You can't even control the breath you take. You can't control your breathing to stop. You can't control your eyes to not blink. There's a lot of things that are beyond your control. So think about some things that you can control, though. What are some things you can have control over?
is pivotal in cultivating a calm and composed demeanor, even in the midst of life's uncertainties. In essence, Epictetus advises us to invest our energy and attention in those aspects of life that fall within our sphere of control. These include our thoughts, actions, intentions, and responses. By directing our focus to what is genuinely within our power, we can now...
Okay. Our thoughts, our action, and our responses. Those are three things that we can control. Our thoughts, our actions, and our responses. So if you think something, you have the ability to control what happens next and how you respond to the situation. You might not believe that you have that power, but like I've always said in these series of Serenity Sundays, it takes practice. It takes practice to get to that point. You can't just say, okay, today I'm going to change. Today I understand I have control over my thoughts. I have control over my actions, and I have control over my responses. I'm going to do better. It can start today. It can start at this very moment. You do have control over your thoughts. Are you going to be a positive mindset while you're watching this video? Are your actions going to put everything else to the side? And are you going to respond positively to what's suggested to you? Are you going to fight it? Are you going to doubt it? Are you going to dismiss it?
Navigate life with a sense of purpose and mastery. It is the acknowledgement that our internal world is under our dominion that forms the bedrock of our tranquility. Conversely, external events and circumstances which often elude our sway are to be acknowledged as outside the realm of our control. Just as an archer, as exemplified by Epictetus, can aim carefully, draw the bowstring with precision, and release the arrow skillfully yet remain uncertain of the flight's outcome, we must learn to release our attachment to outcomes we cannot govern. This release is not an act of resignation, but an embrace of equanimity in the face of life's inherent unpredictability. Epictetus's metaphor of the archer, who derives contentment from knowing they've exerted their best effort regardless of the target's fate, serves as a potent reminder of the Stoic approach to life. It encourages us to concentrate on our intentions and the dedicated efforts we put forth, accepting that the results are subject to a multitude of external factors. In essence, Stoicism reminds us to seize the reins of our inner world, embracing the dichotomy of control as a powerful tool to maintain a calm and composed disposition in a world where much remains beyond our influence. By concentrating our energies on what we can shape, we free ourselves from the burden of attempting to govern the uncontrollable, allowing.
And how many times in your day do you try to tame the unattainable, untamable? Do you try to attain the unattainable? How many times throughout your day do you say, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this? Instead of saying, well, these are my goals. I might not be able to control what happens if I don't achieve this goal today, but I'm going to do my best in controlling my thoughts, my actions, and my responses, because that creates inner peace within me no matter what happens. I'm going to try to discern grace and humility to myself as I'm going through this world, rather than trying to tear myself down, give myself doubt, and just be negative on every aspect of every situation that I encounter. That is not the ability to maintain inner peace.
Allowing us to discover serenity in the knowledge that we've done our utmost with the tools at our disposal. Lesson number 2, the power of acceptance. In the grand tapestry of Stoic philosophy, few figures stand as tall as the Roman emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius. His profound insights, often chiseled in the timeless monument of Meditations, resonate through the ages and illuminate one of the most powerful lessons in Stoicism: the lesson of acceptance. Marcus Aurelius guides us through a profound exploration of the human condition, acknowledging the inevitability of both triumph and tribulation. Life, as he observes, is a symphony of ups and downs, a constant ebb and flow. Within this ever-shifting landscape, there exist circumstances beyond our influence, elements we cannot control. Marcus Aurelius, in his role as a Stoic sage, extols the.
Have y'all ever heard this? Acceptance is the key to all my problems today. When I find a problem with the world, I have to look inward and see exactly where my mindset is. Because accepting things as they are, not as I want them to be, causes inner peace, not strife. I added to that, but it also tells you that there's times when you have to allow yourself to just take that deep breath, to just have that understanding that it's not life or death at the moment. Because in our minds, everything is life or death when we live in a state of fight or flight. When we have those moments where our heart rate is racing and we have that anxiety and we have all those thoughts and of past failures and attempts where we didn't succeed, or we might carry something from the night before into today when we should have left it in yesterday's existence. We just have a continuum of the cycle of dysfunction that we honestly do have control over. We have control over our thoughts, our actions, and our responses.
The virtue of accepting these immutable truths. To accept, in the Stoic sense, is to embrace the reality of life's unpredictability and impermanence. It is to release the chains of attachment to specific outcomes and to walk in harmony with the unceasing rhythm of the universe. In Marcus Aurelius's words, resistance to the natural course of events leads only to turmoil and distress, like a ship struggling against the relentless current. The Stoic perspective on acceptance is akin to setting sail on the sea of existence without a fixed destination, yet with an unwavering faith in the voyage itself. It is an invitation to relinquish the desire for unyielding control and instead flow with the ever-changing stream of life. To dance with the music of the cosmos, whether its notes are serene or tempestuous, is the embodiment of Stoic temperance. In the realm of Stoicism, this lesson forms the bedrock of inner peace and tranquility. It urges us to open our arms to life's capriciousness, to savor the sweetness of success, and to weather the storms of adversity with grace. The power of acceptance, as illuminated by Marcus Aurelius, is a beacon that guides us through the labyrinth of existence, allowing us to...
Let me give you an example on acceptance. Acceptance is when you say, okay, this is as it is, without me having any hand in it. I'm going to allow this to be what it is. You lessen your control, you lessen your ability to try to change it, to try to diffuse it. It's kind of like having a conversation. Somebody doesn't like your response. Okay. Leave it there at their doorstep. Do not pick it up and run with it. Because once you pick it up, you relinquish the power of your response and your action. You relinquish that power to be vulnerable, because at that point, that negative thought action might turn into a cycle of dysfunction that you can't get out of. Acceptance is the key to all my problems today.
Greet each moment, each circumstance with an equanimous heart. It is the serenity of embracing life in all its unpredictability, finding profound serenity in the midst of its ever-shifting landscape. Lesson number 3, practice mindfulness. Seneca, the venerable Stoic philosopher whose wisdom has transcended the ages, illuminates a crucial lesson for those seeking calm and composure in the midst of life's tempests: the practice of mindfulness. In the Stoic lexicon, mindfulness is a compass guiding us to the shores of the present moment, offering sanctuary from the ceaseless turbulence of past regrets and future uncertainties. In its essence, mindfulness is the art of inhabiting the now, of immersing oneself in the present moment with profound awareness. It is the antidote to the affliction of rumination, the ceaseless churning of the mind over past sorrows and future anxieties. Seneca's Stoic teachings beckon us to pay homage to the beauty and profundity of the present, recognizing that it is the only time that holds genuine existence. The practice of mindfulness, as outlined by Seneca, is not confined to the extraordinary moments of life, but extends its embrace to the ordinary and mundane. It encourages us to witness life's tapestry with a keen eye, from the remarkable to the seemingly inconsequential. In doing so, we detach ourselves from the tormenting clutches of regret and the paralyzing grip of worry. This Stoic mindfulness, a precious tool for preserving inner calm and clarity, acts as a bridge to the precious now, connecting us to the profound simplicity of the present. It is an art that grants us the ability to fully engage with our current circumstances, to savor each breath, and to relish the beauty that unfolds in every heartbeat.
You know, this is easier said than done, but you might have to play this video 100 times before you really grasp the concept of what they're saying. I'm able to understand it because it's taken me decades to get here. I just didn't start listening to this today. I started a long time ago. One thing that I know it's easy to do is not take anybody else's inventory. That means that you don't worry so much about what they're doing wrong or what they're doing right. That's none of our business. You leave people where they're at, but you defend yourself with strong boundaries that don't allow people to capture and try to change your response to the present moment. You allow yourself to be in the moment and not float into yesterday, yesteryear, the future, which you don't even understand what will happen or whether we'll be around to exist in it.
In the practice of mindfulness, we discover a timeless sanctuary where the mind finds solace, a place where inner tranquility is nurtured and composure is cultivated amidst the swirling tides of existence. Lesson number 4, cultivate resilience. In the vast landscape of Stoic wisdom, the lessons of resilience echo as a resounding anthem, and it is Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher par excellence, who raises his voice to teach us the profound art of confronting adversity with unwavering fortitude. To Epictetus, adversity is not a foe to be feared, but a chisel that sculpts the masterpiece of our character. Stoicism, with its roots deep in the natural order of life, imparts the fundamental truth that challenges are the warp and weft of existence. Stoics, embodying this wisdom, do not perceive adversity as an obstacle or a source of suffering, but rather as an opportunity, a crucible that tempers and refines their inner metal. Epictetus beckons us not to wilt before the storms of life, but to stand steadfast, like the unyielding oak, unshaken by the tempest. The essence of this Stoic perspective lies in the profound realization that it is not the events themselves, but our judgments, reactions, and the choices we make in the face of adversity that hold the power to distress us. It is the lens through which we view life's trials that shapes our inner tranquility. To cultivate resilience in the Stoic vein is to walk the path of personal development and to recognize adversity not as a scourge, but as a tutor. Stoicism teaches us that in the crucible of hardship, we discover the true extent of our strength, and it is through facing life's tribulations with courage and unwavering resilience that we emerge, like tempered steel, with a character fortified by the trials we have endured. The Stoic perspective on adversity harmonizes seamlessly with the Stoic belief in the sovereignty of choice. Epictetus, in his sagacity, urges us to confront challenges not with trepidation, but with the valor of a warrior. For it is through our responses to external events that we preserve the sanctity of our inner calm and composure. It is the gift.
You know, if you've ever taken any type of martial art or any kind of defense, tactical defense training, people do not overcome these obstacles when they're at their most fearful state. Anger does not discern or give you the ability to overcome situations in which you're trying to go through. You know, they say, well, how can you stay so calm and overcome the obstacles that are coming at you? Because you have to focus. You have to breathe. You have to understand. I got to stay calm while this person is wailing at me uncontrollably. I still have to stay calm and focused on what I do and how I keep my inner peace without subjecting myself to get enmeshed in the fury of their uncertainties and their inability to stay calm in the moment. You know, when you communicate, it takes focus, it takes calmness. And I hope that you're understanding what I'm saying, because I'm saying a lot right now.
Of resilience that allows Stoics to navigate life's tempestuous seas with an unswerving gaze, unwavering even in the face of the most turbulent storms. Lesson number 5, choose your response. Epictetus, the venerable Stoic sage whose wisdom has traversed the annals of time, bequeaths to us a profound lesson of immeasurable value, the power of choice in our responses. Within the Stoic philosophy, this lesson stands as an indomitable pillar, a lighthouse guiding us through the tumultuous seas of existence. Epictetus, with unwavering conviction, imparts the truth that while the tides of external events may remain beyond our dominion, the helm of our responses is firmly within our grasp. This, he proclaims, is the essence of Stoic wisdom. In the Stoic sanctum, where inner calm and composure reign supreme, the locus of control is resolutely internal. Stoicism, a philosophy grounded in profound self-mastery, extols the sovereignty of our responses to life's multifarious challenges. It is in this sacred space that the Stoic virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, serve as guiding stars, illuminating the path to maintaining inner tranquility. Epictetus, with his sage counsel, invites us to contemplate the nature of our judgments and reactions, particularly in the crucible of adversity. It is through this introspection that we awaken to the profound truth that we possess the sacred gift of choice, the ability to consciously craft our responses to the myriad external events that unfold in our lives. The Stoic approach to responding sagely to life's vicissitudes is akin.
I always tell people who I counsel, I always tell them and remind them that they always have a choice. With the buildup of what we're talking about, you always have a choice on how you're going to react. You ever hear people say, oh, they made me so angry. They made me so sad. They made me feel inadequate. They made me feel overwhelmed. You have that choice to not allow anybody to make you feel a certain way. You have that choice to choose the opposite of what the intent is. And I know it's easier said than done. I understand that whenever you're having heated arguments and you allow yourself to get involved in those arguments, you're like, oh, why am I choosing to be here? But by that point, it's too far. You've let yourself enmesh into the argument instead of keeping yourself safe with the boundary of understanding that you're in charge of your own emotions, your own choices, not somebody else's. They're free to say as they will. It's not about controlling somebody else. It's about that understanding that you have the choice to be in the present moment with focus, with calmness, with perseverance to achieve a goal without enmeshing yourself in a fight. Because once you do that, it's just slinging stuff back and forth. There is no compatible meeting in the middle, so to speak.
To a masterstroke on the canvas of existence, it is the choice to align our responses with the Stoic virtues, to confront life's tribulations with the wisdom of sages, the courage of heroes, the justice of righteous hearts, and the temperance of those who tread the path of inner mastery. The Stoics' arsenal, laden with the wisdom of Epictetus, is a bastion of inner peace, impervious even to the fiercest storms. Through conscious choice and alignment with Stoic virtues, we forge a shield that preserves our serenity in the face of adversity. It is the Stoics' clarion call to navigate the labyrinthine corridors of life with grace and resilience, for in the crucible of conscious choice, we find the crucible of enduring inner peace. Lesson number 6. Limit excessive desires. In the illustrious tapestry of Stoic wisdom, woven with threads of reason and virtue, Seneca's counsel on the Stoic principle of moderation stands as a masterpiece in itself. A sage known for his profound philosophical essays on virtue and personal development, Seneca extends to us a lesson of paramount importance, a lesson that beckons us to curb the tempestuous desires that often threaten to engulf our inner calm. At the heart of Stoicism lies the belief that excessive desires, like turbulent seas, have the power to cast our lives adrift, leaving us in a perpetual state of turmoil and discontent. The Stoic sages, in their unwavering pursuit of inner tranquility, recognized the perils of unbridled longing for wealth, status, and material possessions far beyond what is necessary for a life of virtue and wisdom. Seneca, echoing the Stoic sentiment, imparts his wisdom, rooted in the belief that authentic contentment finds its dwelling in the sanctuary of limited desires. It is a lesson that encourages us to navigate the labyrinthine.
Do you ever wonder whenever you're wanting more money, more power, more control, more success, a better position in life? Do you ever wonder when you're at your when you're able to manage the least amount of stuff that you have, you honestly feel complete and serene. It's not only when you start to gather more things, more elevation in life, that things become unmanageable. All of a sudden, that extra money, that newer car, the better residence brings more and more uncontrollable desires. And before long, you're just feeding into those desires and not focusing on you, not making the better choices, living beyond your means, competing with the people next door, your family, whoever it might be. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with wanting to reach a better point in life. I'm not saying that at all. As long as you're managing it, you're growing slowly at a pace that you can understand. Many times I also tell my clients, I tell them, if you can't manage $5, and the moment you get $5, you blow it. And then you're sad because you blew it so quickly. And then you get $50 and you blow $50 like it's no thing. And you get $100 and so on and so on. You'll never be able to manage $100,000 if you can't manage $5, because it's all going to be the same concept. You're going to blow through it and create more obstacles than solutions. So many times people say, well, if I just won the lottery, I wouldn't have the problems that I have today. Well, the problems that you have today sometimes can be solved with simplicity and focus and better choices.
Corridors of existence, with the rudder of moderation, guiding us toward the tranquil harbor of inner peace. The Stoic path, as illuminated by Seneca's wisdom, beckons us to simplify our desires, seeking only that which is requisite for a life marked by goodness and virtue. In this simplification, we unearth the precious gems of contentment and tranquility, independent of the capricious winds of external fortune. The Stoic practice of limiting excessive desires becomes the lodestar, ensuring the maintenance of a calm and composed disposition. It is within the walls of this ancient wisdom that we discover the profound truth that the fervent pursuit of external treasures is but a fleeting mirage, and the true treasures lie within, waiting to be unearthed. Seneca's teachings stand as an enduring testament to the Stoic commitment to inner mastery and the temperance of desires, forging a path that leads to the sacred sanctuary of inner calm. Lesson number 7. Be virtuous. The essence of Stoicism, as nurtured and cherished by the great Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, resides in the unwavering commitment to virtue, a commitment that lies at the very heart of this ancient philosophy. The Stoic virtues, comprising wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, become the compass guiding us toward a life marked by inner composure and tranquility. In the rich tapestry of Stoic wisdom, the virtues occupy a hallowed place. They are the moral lodestars that beckon us to navigate life's tempestuous seas with grace and wisdom. These virtues, etched into the annals of Stoic thought, are not mere abstractions. They are the pillars upon which the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with the natural order of the universe rests. Wisdom, the first of these virtues, serves as a beacon of light, illuminating the path of reason and discernment. It calls upon us to cultivate a deep understanding of the world and our place within it. The Stoic
Yeah, wisdom is the most prized and possession we could ever own. If you don't learn from your experiences, if you don't do something different day in, day out, and you measure your success in small increments, then all you're doing is a repetitive state of mind that, well, I'm going to focus on what I didn't accomplish rather than what I did. That mindset when you're trying to be the best you can be for yourself, but you're people pleasing here and there, making sure everybody else's life is better instead of your own, where you have nothing left to give yourself, you end up empty.
Stoic sages, such as Epictetus, understood that wisdom is the foundation upon which all other virtues are built. With wisdom as our guiding star, we gain the capacity to see the world as it truly is and to discern between the fleeting and the enduring. Courage, the second virtue, stands as the sentinel guarding the fortress of our moral character. It calls upon us to face life's challenges with steadfastness and resolve. In the Stoic lexicon, courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. It is the unwavering determination to confront adversity with inner fortitude. Seneca, through his teachings, extols the importance of courage in forging a character marked by resilience and unwavering resolve. Justice, the third virtue, extends its mantle of righteousness over the Stoic path. It beckons us to live in accordance with the principles of fairness and moral rightness. The Stoic philosophers, drawing inspiration from the wellsprings of justice, guide us toward making decisions that are rooted in equity and virtue. The pursuit of justice ensures that our actions align with the moral order of the universe, fostering inner tranquility and composure. Temperance, the final virtue, serves as the guardian of moderation and self-restraint. It reminds us to exercise control over our desires, for it is through temperance that we discover the gateway to true contentment. Seneca, in his philosophical essays, emphasizes the importance of simplifying our desires and seeking only that which is essential for a virtuous life. In the temperance of desires, we uncover the wellspring of inner calm.
Basically, what do you really want and what do you really need? Please type some of your wants, and then under that or next to that type some of your needs. You'll really see exactly what the difference is, because what we want is not necessarily what we need. We don't necessarily need a lot of money. We don't need a lot of friends. We don't need acceptance only to ourselves. We need water, food, and health in order to overcome these things, which is a solid foundation.
Irrespective of external circumstances, these virtues, championed by various Stoic philosophers, converge to shape a life that exemplifies the Stoic ideal. They serve as the lodestar, guiding us through life's turbulent seas with grace, wisdom, and unshakable inner peace. By adhering to these virtues and allowing them to permeate our thoughts and actions, we maintain a calm and composed disposition, reflecting the Stoic commitment to inner harmony and ethical living. In the mosaic of Stoicism, the virtues are the vibrant colors that compose the image of a life lived in harmony with the eternal truths of the cosmos. Lesson number 8. Understand the transitory nature of life. In the profound and timeless verses of his meditations, Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, delves into the essence of life, a life imbued with transience. His teachings are a testament to the wisdom that accepting the ever-changing nature of existence is a cornerstone for maintaining a calm and composed demeanor. Through the lens of Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius imparts a lesson that is perhaps one of the most pivotal for achieving inner serenity. He invites us to embark on a philosophical journey that involves
Lewis, I can attest to that. I've been there myself. I've been there where I've been the people pleaser, where I've worried about other people and whether they had, while I was being left without because I was worrying so much about other people and their position in my life. Rather than understanding that, what if I'm not okay? Nobody around me is going to be okay, due to the fact that two drowning people cannot save each other. If you are not grounded in your own inner peace and you're drowning with somebody else, you can't swim to shore. It's kind of like standing on a pier and you have a life preserver and somebody's acting like they're drowning, and you throw that life preserver and they push it away. And they're like, no, no, help me, help me. And you throw another one and they push that away. Or you throw a life vest in there and they push it away and they say, no, no, help me, help me. And then ultimately you dive in to help them. And instead of swimming to shore, they stand on you and push you underwater until you drown. That is that is usually what happens.
Acknowledging the ephemeral and transient aspects of life. The Stoic recognition of this reality, often referred to as the transitory nature of life, is not a harbinger of despair. Rather, it serves as a cornerstone of strength that can lend profundity to our existence. The core of this lesson is the understanding that nothing in the realm of human experience, be it the moments of joy or the trials of adversity, is immutable. The universe, in its eternal ebb and flow, weaves a tapestry of constant change. The Stoic sage does not resist this cosmic dance, but chooses to waltz in harmony with it. With grace and wisdom, Marcus Aurelius urges us to unburden ourselves from the weight of attachments to those fleeting moments that shimmer like stars across the night sky, and to the material possessions that hold our attention for but a brief interlude. He teaches us to appreciate these moments and possessions as they come into our lives, but also to let them go when the time for departure arrives. In doing so, we unearth an inner sanctuary of calm and composure, impervious to the external tempests. Accepting the impermanence of all things, as championed by Marcus Aurelius, acts as a salve for the soul. It allows us to put into perspective the vicissitudes of life. It liberates us from the bondage of anxiety that stems from clutching onto what was or what might have been. Through this Stoic teaching, we become the architects of our inner fortitude, crafting a character marked by resilience in the face of life's inevitable changes. In understanding the transitory nature of life, we pave the way for a profound sense of inner tranquility. We recognize that our capacity for calm and composure transcends the rise and fall of external circumstances. It is an enduring presence, much like the stars that continue to shimmer in the night sky, irrespective of the fleeting clouds that pass before them. Marcus Aurelius, through his Stoic wisdom, invites us to bask in the light of this understanding, offering us the opportunity to savor life's moments while retaining an unwavering sense of inner peace. Lesson number 9. The value of gratitude. In the profound tapestry of Stoic philosophy, woven with threads of wisdom and resilience, there exists a gem that sparkles with profound insight: the value of gratitude. This lesson, championed by Seneca,
One thing you can do every morning when you wake up is have a gratitude list. Before you even take your first sip of coffee, before your feet touch the ground, grab your notebook and your pen and write down at least 3 things you're grateful for before your morning even begins, before your 10th breath, because that will allow you to have a foundation to work towards instead of waking up with a sense of unhappiness, strife, not feeling well, giving yourself excuses to stay in bed rather than to embrace the day. Whether you can control it or not, you do have control over how you approach your day, the choices you make, the focus you have towards inner peace, or the desire to just exist in another day as if you've been existing the last 10 years of your life. We always say when the new year comes, we're going to make these certain changes, but we lose our resilience, we lose our steam when life starts to get at us. And when we don't feel so good about ourselves, we just give up and we go into autopilot on what we've been doing forever. What are you grateful for? Type it in the chat right now. What are you grateful for? Let's see what some of your responses are.
one of Stoicism's eminent philosophers, illuminates the path to inner calm and contentment, irrespective of life's challenges. It guides us to celebrate not only life's triumphs but also its tribulations, for it is through the lens of gratitude that we find serenity even in the face of adversity. Seneca, in his essays dedicated to the concept of gratitude, masterfully extolled its virtues. He beckoned us to redirect our gaze from what we may lack to what we have, to find solace in the present moment, and to embrace the treasures that often go unnoticed. In this Stoic practice, we unearth a potent tool for sustaining a profound sense of inner peace. The core of Seneca's teachings on gratitude is a gentle reminder that the act of being thankful is not contingent on the abundance of our possessions, but rather on our ability to perceive life's blessings in their myriad forms. In this sense, gratitude is not a mere response to life's easy moments, but a profound acknowledgement that even amidst the tempest's fury, there is a shelter of calm to be found. By cultivating a sense of gratitude, we recalibrate our relationship with life. We learn to see the splendor in the ordinary, the lessons within adversity, and the preciousness of every fleeting moment. Seneca encourages us to be content with the present, recognizing that the treasures of life are not commodities to be acquired, but experiences to be cherished.
Let me give you another example. When was the last time you stepped outside your door, took a seat under a shaded tree, and embraced the sounds of the birds? The wind might be blowing. I'm not talking about these winds that we've been having, these 49, 50 mile an hour winds. I'm talking about the gentle breeze. Just experiencing that on your face. Looking at the trees change color from winter to spring. When was the last time you did that? Has it been today? Was it yesterday? Was it a week ago? It might still be cold where you're at, so you might not have the luxury to do that. But once it warms up, give yourself permission to do that, to actually get rooted with the earth. You know, they say we never get truly grounded because we put so many obstacles between us and the earth. When was the last time that you stood without your shoes on and actually allowed yourself to ground with the earth? I'm not talking in your house, I'm talking about outside. Take your shoes off, walk into a piece of ground that doesn't have anything that's going to harm your feet. Close your eyes, lift your arm to your side, and allow yourself to be grounded, to have that stability of the ground, rather than having your shoes deflect your balance, your feeling of well-being. That is something that you can do.
The value of gratitude, as illuminated by Seneca, acts as a guardian of our inner peace. It teaches us to ceaselessly reflect on the blessings that have graced our journey. In doing so, we discover that gratitude is an elixir that transmutes the base elements of despair and longing into the gold of contentment and serenity. In moments of challenge, a heart steeped in gratitude does not falter. It finds strength even in the midst of adversity, for it recognizes that the trials of life, too, are teachers. As Seneca would remind us, the Stoic spirit does not waver in the face of hardship. Instead, it flourishes, drawing nourishment from gratitude's deep well. In the Stoic tradition, the value of gratitude is an unwavering companion that ushers us towards a profound sense of tranquility. It elevates us above life's tempestuous waves, revealing the serenity that lies in embracing the blessings, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. With Seneca's wisdom, we come to realize that practicing gratitude is not a mere response to life's joys, but a steadfast embrace of the beauty found in life's most trying moments. With every breath, every heartbeat, and every fleeting moment, we are presented with opportunities to unearth the treasures of gratitude. Seneca's Stoic legacy beckons us to cherish the present, not in spite of life's challenges, but because of them, and to savor the beauty that surrounds us. It is in this luminous practice that we discover a profound sense of tranquility and calm, even amidst the tempests of existence. Lesson number 10. Keep learning and growing. In the profound tapestry of Stoicism, where wisdom is woven with threads of resilience and temperance, we find a radiant lesson that beckons us to embark on a lifelong journey of self-improvement. Epictetus, one of Stoicism's luminaries, stands as a steadfast guide in this pursuit, revealing that the path to inner calm and composure is paved with the stones of personal growth. The Stoic commitment to self-improvement is a recurring theme in the philosophy, finding resonance across different Stoic philosophers. Epictetus, in particular, carries the torch of this lesson with unwavering conviction. He invites us to tread a path of perpetual growth, emphasizing that this commitment is a treasure trove of wisdom that equips us to navigate life's challenges with grace and sagacity. At the heart of this Stoic doctrine lies a profound realization that life is an unceasing voyage. We are not static beings, but vessels of potential, forever capable of evolution. The commitment to lifelong learning and growth is an unyielding call to action, a reminder that no matter where we stand, there are yet horizons to explore and virtues to cultivate. The Stoic pursuit of self-improvement aligns harmoniously with the quest for wisdom and tranquility. It is an acknowledgement that inner calm and composure are not static attributes, but dynamic processes enriched by the ceaseless quest for understanding. Epictetus encourages us to strive for wisdom, as we would for a precious gem, knowing that it is the compass that guides us through the labyrinth of existence. The Stoic journey of self-improvement finds its pulse in the ebb and flow of life's experiences. We are not called to perfection, but to progress, not to stagnation, but to steady growth. This Stoic lesson echoes through the corridors of wisdom, whispering that there is no final destination, but an endless odyssey of becoming a better version of ourselves. In embracing this lesson, we learn to navigate life's challenges with resilience and fortitude. The Stoic spirit finds strength not in the absence of adversity, but in the quest for growth which adversity often catalyzes. We discover that setbacks are not roadblocks but stepping stones, and every trial is a teacher. The commitment to lifelong learning and growth is a lighthouse in the tempest, a source of calm in the face of life's challenges. It is a testament to the Stoic principle that, regardless of external circumstances, we are the masters of our inner world. The more we learn, the more we grow. And the more we grow, the better we become at weathering the storms of existence. In the echoes of Epictetus's teachings, we find an invitation to celebrate the journey of self-improvement, to revel in the process of learning, and to honor the endeavor of growth. It is a lesson that assures us that, with every step taken on this path, we come closer to the heart of Stoicism, a life marked by inner calm, composure, and the pursuit of wisdom. In a world filled with distractions and uncertainties, Stoicism offers a timeless and practical guide to maintaining calm and composure. By embracing these 10 lessons from Stoicism, inspired by the wisdom of different Stoic philosophers and embodying the virtue of temperance, you can navigate life's challenges with grace, wisdom, and inner peace. The Stoic temperance becomes your anchor, guiding you through the storms of existence and helping you keep calm in the face of adversity. As you embrace these Stoic lessons, you discover a profound sense of tranquility and equanimity that enables you to thrive, regardless of life's challenges. Stoicism's enduring wisdom reminds us that inner peace and composure are not dependent on external circumstances, but are cultivated within, through the practice of these valuable lessons.
That was amazing. That was amazing. And Lewis, I think you should do that. I think that you should really just go on that cruise. Like what was said, don't exceed your ability of financial security. Do not be looking so much out here outwardly to make you happy. If you're not happy within, nothing you maintain out here is going to complete that. Another person, a new job, a new car, a new house. How many times have we gotten those things? Only to feel that the newness wears off and then, oh, it's just one more object. One more object that we throw in the corner. because the newness wore off. You know, there was a word that was stated there. There was a word that was stated there, and the word was grace. That word means a lot to me because I follow a motto to thy own self be true. And grace has a lot to do that with that, of being true to myself. If I'm not graceful to me, I can never be graceful to you. If I don't look at my world in a spirit of humility and humbleness, I could never give those things to you. And I'm always looking to destroy you, to intimidate, to manipulate. Do I practice perfection? No, I don't. I fall short a lot of times, and I am big enough to admit those things when I do fall short. I've stumbled on my feet on this platform more often than I can count. But I hope that I come back and I let you guys know that, I'm not perfect either. I'm a progression rather than perfection of inner peace. And this morning was a testament, not only to help anybody who might need this, but to also restructure my own thought process when it starts to waver a little bit. If you can get to a place like what's in the background and just go sit there and be one with nature, maybe dip your feet in the water, no matter how cold it is, cold water resets your nervous system and helps with anxiety. So never give yourself a reason not to be good to you. Don't ever give yourself permission to give more to somebody else when you yourself are struggling. Another adult should be able to complete their inner peace without assistance from you, because it's not genuine if you're giving them the inner peace that they are lacking. They have that choice just like you have that choice to live life with grace and gratitude, or to live life in strife, anxiety, depression, and to have a fortitude of challenge rather than acceptance. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you enjoyed the Sunday Serenity. And thank you so much for the individuals that were in the chat or even watching. Louis, thank you. Joanna, Leslie and Billy, Rondi, Sirius, and if I've forgotten anybody, thank you for being here. Forrest, I saw that you were here, and I know that Salty's on, and by no means am I trying to take anything away from Salty's life. I've always done a Serenity Sunday. I just haven't done one in a while. And you might need to go back and listen to this more than one time. Write down one of those suggestions and work toward that change on a daily basis. And one thing I need to give you an understanding of, when you start to feel the changes happening, do not get scared. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the progression. Don't doubt that, you getting better is going to destroy your relationships or your fortitude with other people. Because if it's that fragile, then that tells you that, you're strengthening yourself, and other people have the capacity to do that for themselves. It's not up to you to babysit or guide other people into change. If they don't want it, they don't want it. You can't force it, you can't guilt it, and you can't demand it. just because you're getting better does not necessarily mean that everybody's going to follow your cue. So be kind to yourself today. Be kind. I'm going to leave you with the water flowing and some music in the background, and then I'm going to cut it off. Y'all have an amazing Sunday and enjoy the sounds and the water for a minute. Okay?